Today is Thursday, September 7th, 2023. The time is 9:44. They're saying in news. And if I was to take it off, that's exactly what's recording at this very exact time that I said at 9:44. Now, one. Okay, now check this out. I was talking to my friends telepathically, and they told me uh, we were talking about, we got on the subject about the Africans who are teaming up with the Russians and stuff. And I said a comment such as, why don't they ask them, can a black Russian man that was born in Russia be president? And I said that they tell them, no, then why the heck are they doing business with them, hooking up with them? And if I said, if the Russians say yes, then I said then they should put them to the test by making a black man that is highly educated and run for the presidency to see if the Russia would vote for a black Russian to be president. Then my friends told me no, they would never vote for a black person to be president in Russia. And then I said, would I even run against an idiot or a buffoon like Vladimir Putin, who's trying to literally force the world into World War III? And they said not even for him, they'll vote for Vladimir Putin all around, and that'd be their demise. And then they said because it is written in their destiny that Adam takes them out and the Russian people exist no more. So I was trying to figure out what they meant by Adam. They meant like Adam got resurrected from the grave and he came and destroyed Russia themselves. Or he's talking like Adam Bomb. Then I said to myself, if he's talking about Adam Bomb destroys the Russian people and the Russian people exist no more, then that means the Russians are not going to go down without a fight. Not going to go down without swinging. So that means if you read in between the lines, what my friends told me that there was some type of most likely nuclear holocaust or nuclear war that took place. And in this nuclear war, the Russians lost. And then we kept talking, and we were talking. Uh, we kept talking, and I was trying to see if I can prevent it. And they said, no, there's nothing that can be prevented because it is written in their destiny. And then we started talking more, and they said, we started talking about Adolf Hitler number one, Adolf Hitler number two, which is Vladimir Putin. And then I said, then Adolf Hitler number three must mean that the reason why they destroyed the Russian people because they said they must come quick, or there be no flesh left to be saved. Um, and so it must have been Russia must have was going to do something with Adolf Hitler number three, um, that it was going to force the angels, God and the holy angels from outer space, or the holy extraterrestrial Homo sapiens superiors from outer space, to come into here and catch judgment upon the whole entire Russian people. Because I guess Russia's the type of country that is never going to stop trying to take over the world, no matter what timeline they're in. And so Jesus saw that he must come quick and take out this evil empire, or there be no flesh left to be saved. Um, for Jesus to come here and save. And then also, um, uh, and so I was reading in between the lines of the stuff that they were telling me, and although we win, they stopped giving me information because I was trying to see about the other world. How does the other world? I know the human race lives on, but how does the rest of the world exist? And there's been no clear, detailed information, telepathic information. It's like they just totally was giving information like that, having a hardcore conversation, all of a sudden just disappeared and stopped. I'm sure they'll be back talking to me again. And I'm sure they'd rather talk to me face to face, just like they did when they teleported me. And I don't understand why they don't want to teleport me, because I'm more than a willing soul. It's not like they tried to attack me or I was afraid or anything when I got teleported and met these guys face to face. You know, and when I mean my guys, I mean God and His people who work for Him. You know, and believe it or not, we're working for God as well. Um, but I just hate to hear that about the Russian people. But I'm more worried about what happened to the rest of the world, because if you add it up, Russia has 6,000 nukes, but with NATO and the rest of the world that probably get tired of them, that 6,000 is like 60,000 over theirs, or 100,000 or something like that. So I can see how it said they got taken care, got eliminated, extinct, because the human race will still live on. All we need is the Sani Bushman tribe. To be honest, all we need is the Sani Bushman tribe, and once the species of man that has the 5%, 10% Neanderthal don't extinct themselves, then the 100% Homo sapien Sani Bushman tribe will be safe over there in their area, not being bothered in the nuclear winter. And if anything, they probably have a lot of like what will be winter to us will be a rainy season to them. Um, you know, so and that's all we really need is the Sani Bushman tribe, because with them, they're the most purest 100% DNA Homo sapiens on the face of the planet, and all men today evolved from them. And there was even, CNN News said that they found a cave where a Homo sapien and a Neanderthal had breeded together and created a child. And also, according to the Journey of Man, it was the elk people in that area. It was where the elk people were created at. Well, existed. I don't want to say created, corrections I am. In that area, they're native to that section of Siberia and all that, you know, where they're talking about. And they could have easily, well, they are, not easily, but they are the race that gave birth to the white people, and the elk people also gave birth to the Eskimos, who gave birth to the Native Americans, who gave birth to the Aztec Indians, who gave birth to all the rest of the native countries that are down there, like Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, Dominican, all the way down there, and you know, but that's how they all got here. And if anybody want to call me a racist or a liar, look it up. I'm not lying. CNN News did say they found evidence of a Homo sapien and a Neanderthal breeding together. I mean, they even had an offspring, so that's proof what the Journey of Man was talking about. And then years later, like 10, 15 years later, then they find these bones in this cave in Siberia. So I can easily see that there must be mixed chemicals in the brain. For example, they're not 100% Homo sapien, but then they're not 100% Neanderthal. So I can see how these mixed chemicals in the Russian brain is like a malfunction or a retardation, maybe. And that's probably why they're real aggressive and real angry and want to always take over the world and rule stuff. And they're always full of hatred and stuff towards anybody that has different skins on them. Because they want to acknowledge they're a different species, but in reality they're not. They are a evolution of a species. Basically, I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound off the wall, but y'all need to hear it. Basically, all the white person is just an Asian person without those beautiful Asian eyes that those Asian women have. You know what the Asian women are famous for having. That's all a white person is, because a white person evolved from the elk people. If you look at the elk people look 100% Asian if you look at their eyes. But and they're also the race that gave birth to the Asians. Well, they are the Asians. The Chinese, Japanese, all that. You know, just look it up. Don't take my word for it. Just look it up. The Journeyman. All what you have to do is have the Journeyman video in your head, and then you watch all these other videos on Discovery Channel, Science Channel, all that. And then while that information is floating in your head, you can kind of make sense and let it kind of juggle around to the point where it's like a Lego and it just this fits in perfectly. I'm not being racist. I'm not a racist person, but anyway, that's what I want to say. And Smith out.